Buying a home can seriously feel like you're drowning in paperwork. But what if I told you that you could basically master the entire financial side of your mortgage just by really truly understanding two key documents? Well, in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to decode them step by step. I mean, you know this image, right? A table just covered in stacks and stacks of forms, all full of that tiny fine print. Feeling overwhelmed is completely normal. But believe it or not, there's actually a system to all this madness, and it's a system designed to protect you.
And the hero of our story is a little rule called TRID. Now, I know, that sounds like some super boring government regulation, but what it actually did was take a whole mess of confusing federal forms and just streamline them into two much more straightforward documents. It was a huge redesign, and it was made specifically to bring clarity to the process for people just like you.
And those two documents? They're our entire focus today. The easiest way to think about it is this. The first one is your financial preview, kind of like getting a really detailed quote for a major project. The second one, well, that's the final bill, the one you check right before you pay. We're going to walk through both of them, piece by piece.
Okay, so let's start with the very first one you're going to see on your home buying journey, the loan estimate. This is your initial, super detailed look at the loan you've applied for, and honestly, it's a critical first milestone.
The timing on this is a big deal, and it's actually protected by law. After you submit your mortgage application, your lender has to send you this loan estimate within just 3 business days. That speed is totally by design. It's meant to give you all the essential information you need right from the get-go.
So page 1 basically lays out the fundamental DNA of your loan. You'll see the total amount you're borrowing, the interest rate they're offering you, and what your monthly payment for just principal and interest is going to be. It also has to clearly call out if there are any tricky features, like a penalty for paying the loan off early or a giant balloon payment waiting for you at the end. Next up, the document dives into all the estimated costs. And this isn't just about the loan itself, it's about the entire transaction. You're going to see estimates for your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance, a whole line-by-line list of the lender's fees, things like origination and appraisal fees, and other third-party costs, like title insurance.
And then it pulls everything together into a few absolutely crucial numbers that give you the big picture. Probably the most important one at this stage is the estimated cash to close. That's the ballpark figure of how much money you'll need to bring with you on closing day. You'll also see the APR and the total interest percentage or TIP, which give you a much clearer idea of the loan's total cost over its entire life.
Okay, let's fast forward. You've made it through the inspections, the negotiations, all of it. You are literally just days away from getting the keys to your new home. This is when that second key document arrives, the closing disclosure. Let's take a look at how it builds on everything we just saw.
And hey, just like the loan estimate, the timing for the closing disclosure is mandated by law. You must receive it at least 3 full business days before your scheduled closing. That's not a suggestion. It's a hard and fast rule. And that 3-day window, that is your golden opportunity to review every single detail without feeling rushed.
So, what's different here? Well, this document confirms the final, locked-in terms of your mortgage. The key word is final. The loan amount, the interest rate, your exact monthly payment, it should all look really familiar, but now it's official. You'll also see the specific nitty-gritty details of your escrow account for taxes and insurance.
This section gives you the definitive, final breakdown of all the money that's changing hands. It details every single closing cost, including any credits the seller might be giving you. And it all leads up to the most important number on the whole page, the final exact amount for your cash to close. Okay, now we get to the most important part of this entire process. Seriously. Getting these two documents isn't just about reading them one at a time. Their real power comes when you put them side by side and compare them. So the crucial step is actually doing that. Here is the absolute simplest way to think about it. The loan estimate? That was the expectation your lender set way back at the beginning. The closing disclosure? That is the reality of the final deal. Your job is to see just how closely that reality matches up with the expectation. So what do you actually do? It's pretty straightforward. You take both forms and you compare them, line by line. Did the lender's origination fee change? It really shouldn't. What about the appraisal fee or the title insurance? Some of these costs are allowed to change just a little bit, but others are legally not allowed to change at all. Spotting a difference isn't about panicking. It's about asking the simple question, why? This right here is the single most important concept to remember. One document is the plan, the other is the final product. Understanding that simple distinction is honestly the key to mastering your entire mortgage closing. Which brings us to your most important role in this whole process. See, you are not just a passive observer here. You are the final checkpoint. These documents and the time you're given to review them, that's your power.
Remember that number, 3. That 3-day review period for your closing disclosure is your time. It is your window to call up your lender, your real estate agent, your attorney, whoever, and ask any questions you have. If a number looks different from your loan estimate, now is the time to get an explanation. This whole period exists to make sure you walk into your closing with your eyes wide open and with zero surprises.
So, as you get closer to this huge milestone, the question isn't whether or not you can understand the paperwork, because you absolutely can. The real question is, are you ready to use these 2 simple documents to review your deal with total and complete confidence? After today, I really think the answer is yes.